5 Lessons for Every Leader, presented by Jamie Gomez. Hello, I'm Jamie Gomez, and as a church leader in my church, I often seek material that will help me be better and more successful in my ministry area. So I read over this article and over the 5 things that great leaders do that most people don't. And it encouraged me to self-reflect on myself and help me be a better leader. So Loy states that these 5 statements will help you and I be a great leader. And that is 1, learn to follow first. 2, find a mentor. 3, finish what they start. 4, decide who they want to be and act accordingly. And lastly, don't wait for permission. So I will dive deeper into these 5 statements with you. When you know who you are, you will know what to do. Pastor Nelson Gonzalez. The first lesson is learn to follow first. Yes, learn to follow first. So in Corinthians, Apostle Paul states, and you should imitate me just as I imitate Christ. He gives us an example of what leadership is supposed to look like. So before we can lead, we need to follow. Firstly, we need to follow Jesus. Then we follow our superiors. So following develops a character of humility. We are humbled under those in authority, whether or not they keep us happy or if they hurt our feelings. We are called to humble ourselves under those in authority that God has placed there. So I have learned over the years that humbling myself to those in authority over me not have only helped me be better at what I do, but it's also helped me learn to respect those who are under my authority. All right, lesson number 2, find a mentor. Leaders never stop learning. They never stop growing. So they continue to seek guidance and wisdom from mentors. So find a mentor or a couple of trustworthy people in leadership roles that can help coach you in different situations. Meet with them often. Be consistent, whether it's over coffee or at lunch or in the workplace. Meet with them consistently. Also, take notes and really listen to what they have to say. Use their experience to help with notes and ask questions. Use these steps that they've also taken as well to help you be better in your area. All right, next, finish what they start. How many projects, books do we have started that we have not finished? So Lloyd states it in this article in his words, one of the best pieces of advice I was given as an inspiring young leader was do everything you can to finish what you start. So this is very important, this advice, because in this busy and crazy world, we are so easily distracted and we can just veer off like that. So in a biblical sense, in Romans 5:3-4, Apostle Paul writes about endurance and perseverance. He says, when we face trials and persevere, not just going through the trial, but when we persevere through that trial, it helps build a strong character. So no matter how bad we want to quit something, please finish it. And believe me, God will honor it. The 4th lesson, decide who they want to be and act accordingly. So don't just decide and make a choice, follow through. So deciding who you want to be will not just happen overnight. Your daily decisions and your choices will reflect on your life and how you act, what you do, but who you become and who you become in Christ. As for me, Before really surrendering to Christ, I was someone who lived in the world. I worked as a manager, I was a case manager, and I occasionally volunteered in the nursery at my church. It wasn't until I made a choice to step out first, to follow Jesus and surrender my life to Him, and then serve sacrificially, that I was able to be put in a position to quit my job and to join ministry full time. Again, decide who you want to be and then act accordingly. And lastly, don't wait for permission. This is basically saying to stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for someone to tell you something. And you start doing what you are called to do. What has God called you to do? Start investing in your ministry, in your people, in God's people, in your circles of friends. Make mistakes, but fix the problem and experience progress.